Hey everybody. So anyways, last day of the 9-day whole life coach certified, and then we go to have our celebration lunch down by the waterfront near the water's edge. I didn't know where we were eating. Kind of confused. You know, talking about being confused, I don't even know some of your names yet. If you knew that I didn't know some of your names, some of you would be upset. You take your badges off too soon. But guess what? I want to tell you something. What we get upset at in life does not matter. You forgot my name, but guess what? I know your heart. I know your vibration. Do you think I locked into your name? Do you think I locked into your story? I locked into your vibration this whole course. And it's not true, I know all your names. But throughout the course, for a few days, I don't. You know, there's a lot of people here. But the reality is people will actually be upset. You know, people will apologize to me because they think I'm something special if they get my name wrong, right? Like, there's David Wolf, right? And they'll call me David. And then I've lectured with David a lot. And David said to me a few months ago, you know, everybody calls me Daryl. And I said, well, don't worry. People call me David. Now, the reality is even if you called me Dan or Ken or you didn't know my name, that wouldn't offend me at all. Because remembering names out in the world is very important. Because people really get off on that you remembered my name. Don't remember my name. Remember my heart. Don't remember my name. Remember how much I cared and loved for you during this course. And then take that love and flip switch it into yourself. And don't go out and leave this course and ever give me credit. Don't do it. Give yourself credit. You know, you have to understand that only 1 out of 10,000 people would come to a course like this. And I get it. I could make this more superficial, add all the money schemes about making money as a health practitioner, push that harder, you know, rah, build you up, and then stick you to the ceiling while you're here, and then you'll fall down on the floor when you get home. This was work, wasn't it? But have you ever felt better about yourself? Huh?
Yeah.
What? Yeah,
I've
what?
felt better. I've never felt this better about myself.
Yeah,
Amazing about myself.
And guess what? That's no credit upon me because you knew when you watched my videos. Like, people see my videos, they think I'm this intense person. During this course, I'm dramatic, funny, intense. I take you to the cliff, and then I bring you back and hug you. You need to leave here knowing that the world is never going to change, that your family will never change, most of them, or your friends are never going to change. You need to know that you'll be able to go higher, okay, and live off less, and they won't be able to. Because that's what self-love and self-care is. You just don't need as much. You know, I entitled this one a day, Why You Can't Love Yourself. Well, because your family won't let you. Because the medical system won't let you. Now, well, wait a minute, Daryl. Why won't the medical system let me? Well, there is no love there. Oh, there was a beautiful, lovely nurse there. Most of the doctors aren't. They're hard, of course, aren't they? Hard ass. They, sergeant generals, right? Everything's brainwashing. I'm brainwashed, but I'm brainwashed differently. Is there a lot of love in a hospital? The vibration's not there. You can't give people chemicals and think that you're going to give them high vibration. You can't cut pieces out of people and think you're going to make them more high vibrational. But if you make people feel worth less, then you can take pieces out of them because they believe that if they get rid of this piece, they'll, you know, that was the poison in them. Why can't we love ourselves? Because you're not allowed to. Because if you ever loved yourself, that vibration is stronger than any healing vibration, herb, nutraceutical, anything you could do in your life. And you will not need me. You'll still need to take my nutraceuticals to a certain degree because food is empty, because the soil's empty. The only reason why people are blowing up is because they're still eating, but there's nothing in it, so they don't turn off their hunger. And also because you were told to what? Love, honor, and respect your mother and father over and over again, no matter who they are or what they did. Okay? You actually believe that the government has authority over you, which is very toxic, dysfunctional, right? It's always been there. But now they're putting it in our face and saying you can't do shit about it anyway. We've always owned you and controlled you. But here's the problem. By the time you could walk and talk, you weren't allowed to have unconditional love for yourself. You had it when you were born. When mom and daddy were holding you, you know what they were holding? Unconditional love. The highest vibration you'll ever be in your life is when you're born. From there, okay, your spirit gets dumbed down to the point that the last, whether you want to believe this or not, the last 10 to 15 years, you're just wanting to get to the end, but you're scared of the end because of the BS stories they told us. If we're not good enough, we go to hell. If we're good enough, maybe we go to heaven. My God, did I pick the right religion? There's only 100,000 of them. You know, everything is really misconstrued on this planet. I don't believe anything I've ever been taught. I'm not going to come up with a new story except unconditional love for myself and everybody else. The biggest problem everybody had, and the only reason why you're here, is because you don't know how to love yourself, and when you start, you feel really guilty. And how are you going to go home and love yourself? First of all, you're going to scare your family. Just know that all the autoimmune diseases in the world would be gone with unconditional self-love. There'd be no poverty. People can believe it or not. I don't really care. I've been in the health business for 43 years. And I keep saying it. You got to get this. I did my first whole life coach in non-surgical when I was 28. 28. You know what? Next year, I'll be 68. That's 40 years, even if I'm as dumb as a stump. You know, I've been doing this long enough and strong enough. I bought into my own BS. And it wasn't mine. Whether people believe it or not or believe in the story of Jesus, remember, Jesus only did one thing. Tried to teach unconditional love. He was murdered for only one reason. He didn't die for my sins. And people are going to be pissed off now, but I wasn't even here. That's what a lame story. And let me tell you something. How would you like to stay a sinner all your life? It means missing the mark. How do you want to stay a loser all your life? How do you want to be a failure all your life? How do you know, the whole goal is to make us fail. When we're in school, they have all the answers that we have to give, and we don't give those answers, we're wrong. If you don't give the right answer to someone, which is the majority of the population, and it's the wrong answer, then you don't fit in. So we'll never fit in, but I'll never get done in. Why? Because I have unconditional love for myself, and I don't care what you think. But I do care about you. But I do not care about what you think. Because we don't think. Most of you have been taught not to love yourself, so you don't want to observe yourself. Did you see how hard it was to observe yourself this week? How does it feel to observe yourself now? Huh? It's a beautiful investigation, isn't it? To find out you're not really yourself. And you go, oh my gosh. And then to observe yourself with observation, no judgment. That's all you got taught this week. Never judge yourself again, and don't let anybody else judge you. And then don't judge them for judging you, because that's all they know. They don't know anything else. My God, your wife, your husband, your children, your relatives, and everybody else will judge you. My God, you can be walking down the street and you'll be judged. When I first got in the health business, when I saw a person overweight, I just went, you fat thing, you. Really, what was wrong with me? And then I didn't like the East Indians because my mother didn't. No, I'm serious. Oh. Inside everyone is a spirit. And also inside everyone are beliefs. And the beliefs aren't theirs, but the beliefs make that personality. So why should I judge them? You got those beliefs from your religion, from your school, from your mom and your dad that got it from there as well. Religion and government comes together to just screw us up. I'm not saying all religion is wrong, and I didn't say that. I just said 99% of it is. And it's mixed with this little golden thread of promise that if you suffer now, heaven will be yours. I'm not suffering for no one. See, the good thing about me is I have such a big mouth. Everybody knows how I feel, so they just stay the hell away. There's not too much mistake, and I'll never take his course. This guy's whacked. I didn't do it for the money. If I could get rid of all money, I'll do it. My biggest dream now is to have something happen that I have an unlimited source of money, because I'll teach the course for basically the same price, but it will be given away. People will pay and I'll give it away. That's my dream. That you will pay for the course, okay? And it'll be given to half a dozen different charities that actually are real charities. I mean, you go through any grocery store now. Would you like to give? Would you like to give? No. Look at the people that will jump, run, swim, cut their hair for cancer. Seriously. The majority of the population is always going to be herded. They're always going to be harvested. And you can't take it personal. Can you be selfish enough to just have the most beautiful day every day? Because guess what? If you have unconditional love for yourself and you have it for someone else, if you need to get involved and you know that you are actually going to make a difference, then you do it. You do know that all of you have been wasting your energy on people that didn't want you to get involved. Tell me I'm a liar. Go ahead. Come on. Come on. Even the people out here who have never taken a course before, right, that are watching, they can say whatever they want or think whatever they want, but they know I'm right. They can get angry at me, and that's what people do. They get angry at me because they just react. Everybody reacts, right? And you're going to make sure that when you go home, you're not going to react. You're not going to react to, anything. You're going to take 3 Lionheart breaths, and then you're going to speak softly, and you're going to stay logical. Remember that your friends and your family want you to react and attack. Okay? Because they didn't come to this course. This course is whacked. It's like nothing they've ever seen. And you already know, because you've learned enough now from this course, that your subconscious rules your day. My subconscious rules my day, but not as like everybody else. But then I've been spending years just focusing on only those prominent dominant beliefs that give me the most beautiful, energetic, loving day every day. I own it. Do I own it, guys? Do I own it?
Yeah.
You think you can upset me? No, it's not going to happen. You think that, so like people like to try, they threaten me. Because guess what? People are scared of people who unconditionally love themselves. It's threatening. Why? Because most people can't survive unless they're getting love from someone else, because they don't have any for themselves and they don't even know it. Okay, everybody here, when we started, you all thought you loved yourself when you came here. I didn't beat it into you that you didn't love yourself. You naturally came to the conclusion, holy crap, I don't remember ever loving myself. You have to understand that Plan E.T. Get it? This has been strategized 350,000 years ago. And you guys actually think that when you read the history books that that's history. It's all one big lie. Everything's a lie all the way through. Don't get upset about it. Don't get upset. Just stay in the moment and have the most beautiful day of your life. There's nothing that oh yeah. Yes, he did get in a boat. He did go across the water. But guess what? The story never went like that. It never will. They wrote the stories for themselves. They wiped out most of history. They made you think that our ancestors are animals and that we are so intelligent today. Really? Look at the buildings we built. God, they're jail cells. Look at the buildings they built. The intelligence level, I don't know, my top was probably 300% higher 50 years ago. Well, how can you have so many poisons? How can you take so many poisons in and think that you are high vibrational? How can you get a human being to kill another human being? How can you get a human being to actually poison human beings and take a paycheck home? By not allowing them to have unconditional love. Everybody says, not everybody, but people that are half decently intelligent, and I mean logical, know that you don't need to have money on this planet. But there'll always be money on this planet because that's the rules. When you play Monopoly, those are the rules. Just like this. Did you know that not one drop of water has ever left the planet? But we're running out of water. Did you know that all the petroleum, they can't pump it out of the ground fast enough? Do you remember when they tried to make us think it came from dinosaur bones? Now think how low vibrational and dumb I was. Well, what about human bones? Why didn't I ask myself? Well, what dinosaur bones, but what about human bones? No, only dinosaur bones. So we ran out of dinosaur bones. I didn't even ask myself, so I already know that I'm a low vibrational human being as soon as I get into this meat suit. Why didn't I think about that? And now we know that fossil fuels, they can't pump it out of the ground fast enough. But meanwhile, we're running out of water. And did you know that if they actually cut the carbon back like they want, life will end on this planet? So look, you know what? If I get a little frustrated, a little emotional, you gotta remember this. I'm 1% of the 1%. And I didn't say intelligent. I just said thinking differently. I'm not special. Okay? I like to think I'm logical. But guess what? You're not going to get me to do anything. Nothing. And you're not going to get away with disrespecting me, as I will not disrespect anybody. But people feel I'm disrespecting them because my beliefs are so different. And everybody else, you can have any belief you want. It's okay to go to war and kill other people. And you don't even know them. They did nothing to you. And I'm not going to be upset with you because you have to live with that. There's enough of everything on this planet. It's so ridiculous. So there's 8 billion people. And actually, if anybody really wanted to do their science, there could be 80 billion people on this planet. Nobody does any homework. I could tell you things even about water that is so ridiculous. But why even talk about it? So just know this. They've upped their ante on the fear. You're going to have to stay away from the fearful people. Not because you can't love them, you can love them, but the reality is everything is vibration and frequency, right? I'm not going to listen to this BS. I'm not going to let somebody have vomit all over me with any of this stuff, whether they want to talk about the bee. I don't even want to negotiate about the bee. I'm not negotiating about it. I'm not going to get into a negotiation or a conversation about it. I'm not going to get into a conversation about religion either. I'm not going to get into a conversation about politics. I mean, all of this is just low vibrational. You know now, some of you, right? You didn't even know it was exhausting you. Leonard, was it? Exhausting you. Yeah. You got all emotional about politics. That Polly, many, ticks, parasite. She got all emotional about all the parasites. I mean, they always give you the answer. You know, the people that are ruling the planet and probably always will, they're laughing at the government, the people that serve them and work for them and feed them. I remember when I was younger, there was something in my mind when I was younger. I liked the word rebel. But you know, the Contras, the rebels. You know, the CIA is going down to South America to get the rebels. I always thought, who are these rebels? There are people like me and you saying, leave us alone. We want our life. We want our beautiful family. Back off. If you want to help this planet, don't get involved in anything except yourself. Look for the highest vibrational liquid, food, people, and guess what? You don't need to recycle nothing. Recycle my ass. You know, you got the Rockefellers who got rid of all the glass and brought in all the plastic. And then you do know that almost everything that's recycled never gets recycled. Okay? This is to make you feel bad and to get you do more because you're poisoning the planet. How many here own a corporation? No, a corporation. Yes, yes. Yeah, that's Cheryl smoking pot again. So the corporation people and the government people and even a lot of the religious people, their job is to what? Belittle us, degrade us. Look what you're doing to the planet. The planet's dying. No, the planet's not dying. My family is. And not by the hands of me. Not by the hands of me. And I can't do anything about my uncles, my aunts, my cousins, the people that I grew up with. I can't do a damn thing. Corporations, government, religion. I didn't say all religion, but I will tell you all government. And I will tell you the medical system. And I won't say all the medical system. There's beautiful people that are doctors and nurses, and they bought into the program. Seriously, if we were to sit down and go, okay, let me get this perfectly clear. So 100,000 people die a year in the United States of street drugs, and 300,000 people die a year, okay, by the hands of medical people and pharmaceuticals. How many people die a year by the hands of natural? Okay? There's no logic. It's just programming. Everything is programming. So, if you hate someone for doing something, now you're the poison. You can't hate the government. You can't hate, okay, the medical system. You can't hate taxes. Okay? All right? Listen to me. You strategize. You strategize, because that's the game. Most of you just get angry, complain about it, and give yourself a headache, and you do nothing. I strategize. I strategize everything. And I strategize it with adventure and fun. Kim, you've been around me long enough.
Yep.
Do I do it? It's all just adventure and fun?
Totally.
They strategize to actually take everything from you. And I strategize. Okay, I just said something on TikTok. They said I'm restricted. Yeah, you better believe I'm restricted. You should see me after midnight. Okay. They strategize every day on more that they can take from us. And all of these moronic government people, you know what? They buy into all this BS. There's no money going to the roads. But, you know, before taxes in the United States, the roads were better, the hospitals were better, the schooling was better. So, you know, but people don't go back. If you don't look at his story, how can you write your own history? Okay, all right. I've said my piece. And you know what that means? Don't look for peace, because it means you're at war. Look for alignment all the time. Okay? Have a slight smile on yourself. Connect to your lion heart breath. Shoulders back. Okay? And focus on your dreams, because guess what? If you actually can fulfill your dreams and stay focused on it, that is called not hope, but courage for everybody who's around you. You've just brought up the frequency of the planet. Yes, Debbie.
Oh, I didn't know if you were finishing up to discuss the fibroid, the magnesium.
No. What we're going to do is you're going to come up and talk just for a couple of minutes and talk about where you were before you took your first course, where you are after this course, and what you're going to do with it. And then I'd like to see everybody here that has an understanding that when you share your story, you give power to the people. And that's it. Come on up, Debbie. And then have the next person there and the next person, please.
Hi, Bravehearts. So my name is Debbie, and this is my 6th course, guys. 6. I'm finishing up, so it's very exciting. Gosh, where was I at before? I was kind of retired, living the life, so I thought. I never was a person that actually ever retired. I always kept busy, always did things. And I was captain for City of Miami for over 27 years, and I was also a nurse practitioner. So I had a medical background, and the one day when I met Dina, who is now my business partner, she introduced me to Dr. Wolf, and I don't think my life has ever been the same, because once I watched him, I was like, oh, I love this guy. I love it. He says it the way that it is, and yeah, I just loved it. It was in the midst of COVID, and, you know, we were going through a lot of stuff. So she was like, he's got a class. And so I just wanted to take the class. I just actually wanted to take the non-surgical so I could learn the body work. And then she was like, no, you got to do the mental part of it. You got to do the whole life coach class. And I was like, yeah, I'm retired. I can do that. But I didn't really understand, I think, at the time, what I needed and what I went through. And I'll tell you, when I first stepped into that class the first day, at that time I was only signed up for the whole life. And within the first 2 hours, I signed up for the non-surgical. And within 3 days, I bought a Cellsonic. So if that doesn't speak to people about how this resonated with me, how being in the medical field for over 30 years, and in that first day of the class, I was like, wow, because Dr. Wolf explains so much being so logical about the body and conditions that we were never taught in 30 years of being in the medical field. You know, why does this happen? Why does that happen? It was never explained to us. We were just taught, if this happens, this is what you do. If that happens, this is what you do. So I can remember my first week or first day of the non-surgical class. I was like, I got this. I mean, Dr. Sage looked over at me and he says, you got this. And I was like, I know, because I'm good and I love me. And it's just been a great journey. So that was a little while ago, and I did my second class, my third class. I've been assisting with 3 classes now, and I work on, Dina and I have our business here in Stuart, Florida, which is Stuart Health and Healing, and you can check us out on the website stuarthealthandhealing.com, and my phone number is 305-342-9559. And we do personal consults. We do Wolf non-surgical. We work on animals. We work on people. Anybody that needs help, you know, I got a phone call last night. People call me. 2 nights ago, I got another one about a dog. I'm happy to talk to anybody and help. So it's just been a wonderful journey. I love what I do now. I just continue to grow. You know, what is retirement? It's, you know, and I've always continued to grow through my career. I always wanted more. You know, when you stop wanting more, you stop living. So I continue to grow and live, and that's what I'm going to do. So right now I feel that I'm even more empowered. I still learn every day, and I still learn with every class that Doc has. I enjoy it. We've had the best class here, guys. It has been wonderful. You guys have been so great. And it's just going to be life-changing for everybody here, and it still continues for all the people that are finally waking up that want to change their life, and they can do it, and we have the tools to show them how to do it. So it's great. So again, my name is Debbie, and you can reach me 305-342-9559. And Dina's going to come up now, and this is my business partner, and she's going to tell you her journey.
Hi, Bravehearts. I am Dina, and I'm here in Stuart, Florida. This is my 3rd time participating in the Whole Life Coach, the Wolf Non-Surgical. And where I was in the midst of COVID, in the midst of politics, in the midst of helping everyone that needed help, even when they didn't want it. And when I met Dr. Wolf, no, they were going to heal whether they liked it or not. Okay, they were going to follow what I said, you know. So that includes my father and my sister. I lost them both within a year of each other for decisions they made and decisions I couldn't control. So with this course, I learned to control me, and I will always continue to control myself. I don't think this ends. I believe it's a journey. I believe it's an awareness. I believe that we make the choices every day, and again, we don't stay in the, you know, rabbit hole too long, because we can snap back, guys, right? 3, 2, 1, we got this. And we can only make changes in the present moment, and boy, was I sleeping. I burnt out a printer of 13,000 forms to tell you all about what I'm going to do when I can face all these COVID crazy people. And I burnt out a printer, and I've got 13,000 paper to prove to you. And then, of course, politics. I mean, I'm not even American. I'm American. So I'm actually Canadian, but I was going to war with everybody. And that was the war with myself. You know, what I was putting in my mind, what I was putting in my body. I was drinking Diet Coke, something I really didn't drink before. You know, I don't drink alcohol. There's other things we think we do right to offset the Diet Coke. And it all started there. And prior to having a consultation, I had started the work. I loved everything Doc was saying, issues in your tissues. But I really didn't understand all the issues in my tissues. Even now, I've had an aha moment on my 3rd about the rage that lives in my tissues. And don't need to know where it is. It just is. And today, guys, I'm going to have my first heart release. I believe, and I know I'm ready for it. I'm really ready for it. Loving yourself is an awareness of loving yourself. We either hit rock bottom, try to save someone that pushes us back, and then you realize, like, okay, what is this here? And you feel like, oh, what's loving yourself? You know, when a baby's born, you instantaneously love the baby. You pick an animal, a little doggy, a little cat, you love them. But that's what you need to learn and do with yourself, and that's honor, respect, protect, and forgive. You know, forgive yourself for the things you didn't know, because today you're not thinking with the same mind that made those decisions. So you can't punish yourself with today's mind for something you didn't know then, right? But we do it. How logical is that? I learned in the presence of Doc to be rational, to question the way I say things, and to question how people say things. We think we have the answer, and yet if you think a little different, you have a different answer. So it's actually the gymnastic of the brain. I did a lot of physical gymnastics, you know, and exercise, but now it's the brain, and I'm finding peace in it. I'm finding letting go, and I'm finding forgiveness for myself and others, because I also, you know, put you guys on the cross. And so that's where I am. I feel that even driving this morning, I only screamed once. So instead of 12 or 13, it was her fault. She's in the middle of the street, okay? But we can laugh about her behavior, and that's where the growth is. You can laugh about it, but you know it's there. You're observing yourself and not judging. You're like above yourself. You go, oh my God, if someone acted like that, of course I'd punch them, but then I'd run. But you know what I mean? It would be like, I don't want a person that acts and talks and is like that in my life. Why would I want to bring that to someone else and have to apologize for that behavior? So, guys, this training is, oh my God, the most powerful course. I didn't even say a course. Peeling off the layers of yourself. You know, we talk about that with the chakras and sound healing, and it's really peeling off the layers and blossoming to who we truly are. And it's never going to end. It's a journey. And we don't have to get there either, so it's a journey. And where does this happen? In the present moment. And I can breathe and be present and not want to hurt everyone. And it's really hurting them before hurting me. You have to slap you first, you know. But it's not that. It's not even funny at this point. It's just, it's suffering, you know. When you scream at a car that doesn't even hear you, and you go, drive! Who are you hurting? So that has to go, you know. And today I'm ready. My heart is open. And that's where I am today. We have the StewartHealthandHealing.com. I don't know if you want to come to us now, but after spilling the truth of who I am, but you know that we all have that in one another, a little bit of something, and we grow with the journey, with you, with ourselves each time. Debbie and I, we met on politic conversation and COVID conversation in a restaurant, and I overheard her conversation. So we had that vibration that, well, we need to connect. And now look at us. We needed to connect on what we knew then. And we learned to mind our own business and go about our business. And this is why both businesses are flourishing, because it comes from the heart, from the love. We touch base on silly things a second, we laugh about it, but then we come back to what matters, and it's our friendship, our relationship, and helping all the people that want to take massive action. And I'm telling you, massive, and I don't care if it scares you, because if it doesn't scare you, then you don't need to be with us. You need to take massive action to be part of this journey, and we will hold your hand, take every call you need, support you, find ways to support you. If we don't have it, call Doc on the 3-way. We will do everything and anything if you take the first step. And I believe that that's what I did in my first course, and I'm going to keep doing, and this is not the end of it. So let's let the others talk now. So thank you for listening. And we have Cheryl. No? Cheryl stepped out? Okay, no problem. I apologize. There we go.
Hello there, my name's Sandy, and this is my third course. And what brought me down here originally for the first course was during the COVID era, and on the news you were hearing that obese people were dying before anybody else. And I was 50 pounds heavier than I am now then. And all of a sudden, Doc showed up on my Facebook feed. So I started listening to him, and when he started talking about we're not overweight, we're overwaste, and how the frequencies and the attitude towards yourselves and not loving yourself keeps the weight on, the toxins within your body. So I started following him, and I said, I just want to get down there and learn more about this, because the endless diets I've been on through my life never worked. So now I have a Live It, and I'm taking care of myself because I love myself. I'm still got a ways to go, but I'm still doing it. The other thing is, a couple of months ago, my mother passed, and what you learn in this class, you learn the tools on how to manage that. And it wasn't a tragic, sad event. It was a beautiful, and felt lucky to be there when she made her transition to her new world. So in these courses, you're going to learn how to love yourself, how to manage tragic situations, and if you're looking to change things in your life, knowing things that aren't quite right, search out the upcoming classes and do it for yourself. Love yourself, and make the journey to wherever that is. And find yourself, find your best friend. Have a beautiful day.
So I'm Vanessa, and where I was before this course, I was feeling like just ready to give up. Like I was just like, what's the point of going on? And I had been watching Daryl's videos for a couple of years and been to his lectures, and for a while I did want to take this course, and it was really nerve-wracking to come here and actually do the course. But I was like, no, I have to try this. I have to risk. I have to go for it, because I don't know what else to do anymore. And this was not that everybody has to do this, but I'm just saying, like, this was resonating with me, and it was on my heart. Like I need to have the courage and just go for it, and have the courage to I don't know how to say it, to give myself a chance, because I felt like I was giving up on myself, and I knew that I had all this potential, and there was a person inside of me, and I was working on myself a lot, but not on the emotional aspect of stuff. I was doing nutritional stuff, working out and stuff, but I was running away from myself. And what I discovered from this course is that the person I was looking for was me. It wasn't out there where I was trying to please everyone, and and now I just want to live for myself, and I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks. And yeah, I just want to go for my dreams, live my own life, and not let other care what other people think, kind of thing. And what was the other question? I'm trying to be academic about it. What was the other question? This course has been like no other course I've ever taken in my life. I've taken psychology, I've taken science, and this has just been so eye-opening and just life-changing and powerful. And where I want to go from here is that I want to continue taking more of these courses, and I just want to travel, and I want to fly. So, yeah.
Hello world, I'm Cynthia, and I came to this course, mom of 4 boys, trying to do it all, running around doing everything for everybody else, except for me. And I have maintained this pattern for a long, long time. And it got to the point where my energy was just zapped. I was feeling so heavy in my body I was just feeling pain in my neck. Nothing could make it go away. No chiropractor, no massage therapist. I'm like, it almost got to the point where I'm like, gosh, well, nobody can help me. Like, I guess I'm just a lost cause. And I started to give up and think like somebody else could do this job better than me. Somebody else could be a better mom and be a better wife than me. But coming to this course and realizing how much disrespect and almost no self-love that I had for me, and having the permission to love myself, and that being okay, because that's been my whole life. It was selfish if you loved yourself, and to see and feel the release, the healing that happens here, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And even the body work, for 12 years, I haven't felt, I had a C-section, and I haven't felt that area for 12 years. And yesterday, it was so beautifully released with Cheryl, and she lovingly held me through that process. And today and last night, I can feel it. I can feel it. And it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. And I just think of all this stuff that's gone on in my life, this has led me to this place. And with Daryl and these people, and coming together and healing and growing and watching the beauty of people transform and let go and heal. That is possible. And that is possible. And it's within you. It's within us. And it's within me. And so I'm going out of this course just holding this moment in my heart and savoring it, because it has been one of the most beautiful experiences of my life. And you got it. You got this. We got this. I got this. And we are stronger together. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. This course has been life-changing. I knew it would be powerful, but it has gone beyond my expectations. You are here, you are given the tools and strategies for lifelong learning, emotionally, physically, and nutritionally, and spiritually. For the first time in 72 years, I was given the opportunity to look inside myself. I realized that I am special. I am important. I am fabulous. I am amazing. I am unique. And I can unconditionally love myself, protecting, honoring, forgiving, and totally loving myself. As time goes on, I know these skills I will use each and every day. I might fall off the cliff, but I know I'll bring myself right back. So I'm looking forward and I'm excited to knowing that sky's the limit and that I can dream big, knowing I have unconditional love for myself. So if anyone out there wants to examine their inner self, to become a better person, to love yourself, this is the course for you. Take it and you won't regret it. Love you. Have the best day ever.
Hi everyone, my name's Leonard. This is my first debut live ever in my life, but you're going to be seeing a lot more of me. in the years to come. How did I get here? Let's see. I've been watching Daryl probably 2 years now anyways. And there was something about this guy. At first I thought, was he a little nutty? You know, but I liked what he was saying because he's a straightforward speaker. And I like people that are straightforward because what you see is what you get. So for 4 years, I have spent thousands of hours of my life, mentally and emotionally, looking into this COVID-idiocy. And while that's going on, without any regard for the mental and emotional energy that I'm using to do this, my life, my passions are going by and nothing's happening. So when I saw that there was going to be a course in Barrie, Ontario, I signed up for that right away. I had some lower back issues and I wanted to go and I wanted to get that treated. I also wanted to learn more about what Daryl is teaching. So I signed up for the courses. I came. The one in Barrie was canceled, but that's okay. I said, I'll go to Stuart, Florida. And if that had been canceled, I would have went to Mexico. Anyways, Daryl, my experience of Daryl during the course is that he reminds me of a drill sergeant. He's a drill sergeant of a different kind. He's a drill sergeant for your heart. He really just wants you to love yourself, live out your passions, and fulfill your dreams. That's really what he wants you to do. There is no doubt about that. Everyone in this course here experienced that. And the odd thing is the drill sergeant, in the beginning, you say, Jesus Christ, I don't know if I can handle this guy. But if you do, he's going to introduce you to yourself. And think about that. Not an easy process at first. It's difficult not to be defensive. It's difficult not to react. But don't take it personally. Don't take any of it personally. Because you're going to find out what's going to happen. I myself have there's 1,000 things that I could say here today, but I can't say enough. It just wouldn't cover it all. I also want to say that I too received the Cellsonic and I received the Wolf Non-Surgical from Daryl himself. As I mentioned, I thought I had a lower back problem. I had no idea the bad shape that I was in. Right from my L7 right down to my 2 SI joints right across my back were fused. Fused. Now in the real world, that means going under the knife. But I had no idea. Well, guess what? That's gone. That's gone because of this Cellsonic machine and because of Daryl Wolf and his technique. So you don't have to believe me, but that is my experience. And I am very, very grateful that I came to the course, met all of these beautiful people, which I will be in touch with now, I believe, for the rest of my life. So I am grateful. If you are sick and tired of feeling sick and tired, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Michelle, and the first time I saw Daryl, it was 2020. And I was always this truth seeker. I thought of everything in life. The answers to life have been hidden from me, and this guy, I started resonating with him on so many different levels of how he speaks, of the truth that I believe I thought I needed the answers in the whole world, and then my life would work out fine if I knew the truth about this and that and the government and this and whatever. And the reality is I had put a lot of people on the hook in my life for my happiness. And it was always up to me. But I didn't love myself enough. I didn't even know how. And I believe today is the first day for the rest of my life because I'm excited like a young kid because I've deserved certain love my whole life that I didn't give myself, and it was me. It's not all the people that I wanted the validation from, and you tell me how valuable I am, and then I'm lovable. I'm worthy. And it was me. And you need to come find this. It will set you free. It will set you free, and you'll look in the mirror and you'll look in the mirror and see who you are for the first time. And things happen at the time they're supposed to happen. I believe that, when you're really ready. And it took me this long to be ready. Rethink that for yourself. Because today is the first day of the rest of your life, too. And I can't speak highly enough of Dr. Wolf's non-surgical. But I was taking offense to when he would tell me the truth about myself. Like I didn't do that with everybody else. But I really let it in. And I needed that a long time ago. But I love me. I'm fantastic. And I can still love everybody else. And I hope you come here. It's the best thing you'll ever do for yourself. Thank you.
Hi, Bravehearts. I'm Gail. And this is definitely not something that I would generally do. But it's time for me to be me. And, that's, like that's definitely what I learned most of all in this class. My journey began almost a year ago. I've been listening to Dr. Wolf for years, and I've been taking a supplement for years. All things that I, ordered on my own, speaking to people and whatever knowledge that I have. But about 9 months ago, my health was at risk. I was severely anemic. Like the medical system's like, you should go to the hospital and have a transfusion. But there was just no way I was going to do that. So I said, okay, it's time for me to meet Dina, who I had met a year before when Daryl was here doing his class last year. And I started on my journey. Dina and Debbie are both my coaches. I'm very lucky. I have two. And Dina has pushed me along the way for the majority of the time, and then Debbie got in, and she does the Wolf non-surgical on me, which has done amazing things for my neck and shoulder. There's a huge difference. I've had work done all my life, and I'm a massage therapist, and I've worked on myself all my life, but the changes in my neck and shoulder are just unbelievable. My friend and I have been training massage for years, and when she massaged me not too long ago, she's like, oh my gosh, Gail, if I didn't know this was you, I would never know this was you. Like, it's gone. So that's my experience. And now I'm ready to go home and baby steps to truly love myself and shine. Have a great day.
Hi everybody, Cheryl here, and this is my third Wolf non-surgical. So, how did I get here? It's a great story, as we all have one. Anyway, I've been on a journey of health and nutrition and self-awareness my entire life. The thing is, though, when you go do something with nutrition, it's over here. Oh, and self-help is over there, and it's all separate. And everybody thinks they have the right answer. And I got so discouraged because I couldn't find a modality that actually gave people real healing. Yeah, we could go take courses, you talk about your story ad nauseum, but as long as you're still telling your story, how powerful are our words, you're just keep recreating the story. So I didn't want to do that anymore. So I became an accountant because I was so discouraged. And I thought, I know numbers. There's one answer at the bottom. So I was very successful, but did it really give me passion? And no, I was selling out. And yet the whole time I'm still taking those self-help courses. I'm going to go find something that resonates with me because I wasn't willing to stop. I'm always going further. There's always been something inside of myself that said, it has to be better than this. I just didn't know what it was. And then a good friend went down to Ixtapa. I had never even heard of Daryl Wolf. And he got some work done down there. He comes back and he says, Cheryl, this is for you. Wait until you take this course. And I thought, okay, if I get it resonating, then I'm just going to go, okay. I didn't even stop to think about it. It's never going to be about the money, people. It's how much you value yourself and how much you want to know and how much do you want to suffer. Truly, you're going to spend all that money on stuff that is never going to give you the self-love and joy and pain-free life that you're actually wanting and desiring, because everybody feels something inside themselves. Everybody's always going further, not further, but they're always asking, what is that emptiness? How do I fill that emptiness inside of me? Well, that's self-love. You're empty because you haven't learned to love yourself. We are all taught to give it away. If I martyr myself for you, then you will love me, right? No, I just trained you to use me up. I became a giant nipple for everybody in my life. I know that sounds funny, but it's the absolute truth. I was drained dry. And I'd come back at the end of the day and go, oh, that was a good day. I really gave it all up, right? And I had nothing left for myself. So what's going to happen? You're going to get sick. You're not going to feel good. And I thought I was eating a really good diet. I had taken so many courses, people, and the misinformation I was giving people is astounding, right? So I came and did the Wolf Non-Surgical and was so blown away by the immediate results that I could give somebody on a physical level. But even I know that if you're not balanced body, mind, and soul, then it's not going to be enough. I can fix you on the outside. This is my communication device that I'm walking, my spirit's walking through the world in, and I want it to be youthful, pain-free, energetic, and fabulous. However, I'm just going to keep self-sabotaging if I don't look and see the ways that I stop myself from self-loving. And we all do it. We're just not aware of it. It's so unconscious, and that's what they call it. It's your unconscious reactive habit patterns. How can you change something that you can't bring into the light or see, right? And so then I came back and took the whole life coach, and my mind was blown because I was ready. And then I found this course that took everything, real nutrition, taking away all the lies that we had learned. Verify to continue. Oh, okay. There's something that came up on the screen that says verify to continue. I'm verifiable. Absolutely. So you get to learn about real nutrition and the lies you've been told. We have real nutraceuticals, not supplements, nutraceuticals that are already structured and immediately available to your body. Because no, we don't have, even if you're eating organic, the rich nutrients in our soils that we used to have. We have all the 5G and pesticides and things that have gone into the soil without ever really cleaning them up. So with each, consecutive year, it gets worse. So I'm going to do everything I can to keep this meat suit young and vibrant. I am 63 years young. I've never felt better in my life. So what did I do after taking both of them? Like Debbie, bought myself a Cellsonic. Oh, wait. No, not just that. I have to have a cardio med bed. I have to have a power pack. Then I built a clinic with my husband, and we have the Avicin. We have the Bioptrin. I'm getting my vitamin D light. And so I'm so incredibly excited about having a place that I can actually show and teach people what it means to live a whole and perfect life, which starts here on the inside. So I'm located in California, which happens to be the only person in the Western United States. So if you're ready, if you're tired of suffering, because I know each and every one of us is tired of suffering and agreeing with ourselves that these little bit of crumbs that we're using, this little bit of happiness, and let me get stuck on survive. My God, I have to keep going to work ad nauseum no matter how miserable I am because I need that almighty dollar because that's going to make me happy. But nobody is. It's a temporary fix and you still have to come home and look at yourself in the mirror. And of course, when I look in the mirror, it's like I fall in love every time. This is my third course. Each time my light grows, my frequency gets higher. People want to be around people with high frequency because they feel good just being in your presence. That's how we heal the world. So you can reach me at 707-322-1979, or you can go to my website, healthandvitalityengage.com, because that's what this course does. It takes your health, your love, your vitality, and you become more than you've ever been in your life. So risk everything. Instead of spending money on coffee ad nauseum and horrible food and a new couch, come and invest in yourself. It will be so worth it for you. Even if all you want to do is learn self-love and how to take care of this body, it's worth it. Beautiful day, everybody. Thanks for joining us. You want to finish?
I don't know how you're supposed to verify anything, but anyways, my name is Daryl Wolf, and this is my 350th Whole Life Coach course. I want everyone to understand that I want to thank you for challenging me to grow, and I grow every course. It's unlimited. I'm probably one of the most blessed people on the planet to have people like you come to challenge your beliefs and challenge my beliefs so that we can come together and believe in each other. Thank you for joining us.